Broadcasting from Slough. Streaming around the world.
This is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Atom Radio. Oh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
The podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Hello, welcome to Drive Time Podcast episode 93. This is Mark Denholm from Drive Time, Monday to Friday, 3 until 7 on atomradio.co.uk, and we're taking a look back at the best bits. Just a couple of other things before we do that. Don't forget, Monday to Friday from midday UK time, you get Music Monsters, the greatest songs ever. It's a relaunch of Music Monsters, and these truly are now the biggest songs ever. You can hear them between midday and 1 p.m. Monday to Friday, and at 11 p.m. on Saturday night as well, all the UK times. The other thing I want to do is I want to have a little bit of a rant. Coronavirus has been blamed for a lot of stuff, okay? And my local council, near to where we stream from in Slough, they have been given £180,000 from the government to try and get Slough moving again after the coronavirus. What have they done with it? Built a bus lane. In their press release, they say, we are aware that a quarter of the local residents do not have access to a car. So you're inconveniencing the 3/4 that do. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Hopefully that gets sorted out, and hopefully they've only spent half of it so they can spend the other half putting it back again. There's plenty of other things they could have spent that money on, isn't there? Anyway, in the podcast this week, we look at what's in a name. We look at an institution in trouble. Oh, yes, it is. A heatwave related debate, even, ×2. Crying over a car, a job title, and also a horrible scent. All on the way in the best bits of Drive Time, episode 93.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
You know, Lettice Robotham from Britain's Got Talent. She's the violinist. She's named her daughter Peaches Rose. As she admits, I always wanted to call my children after fruits. Let's hope she doesn't have any more. I mean, like, you know, apples and pears doesn't sound so good, does it? Or banana. Not such a good name.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
It is atomradio.co.uk. Tune in, or iTunes Radio, or your smart speaker, or you can even listen on all four at once if you want. What would that make it? Like, each one is stereo, so that would make it 8.1. How about that? I've worked that out all by myself. I don't think it's right, if I'm honest. Well, mathematically it is, but I just don't think the concept will work out.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Tuesday's Drive Time did mention earlier that despite pubs, cinemas, etc., possibly being able to open, and the reduction of the 2-metre rule to allow this to happen, that there was the possibility that the 2020 pantomime season was cancelled. This pleases me because, no offence to you if you like pantomime, I don't like it. I just don't. It's just corny and old and naff. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. It's just so old and corny and naff. Anyway, Sally says to me, how dare you? I love pantomime. I take the family every Christmas. Maybe not this one then, Sally, if perhaps it's going to go. Like, you know, the pantomime industry needs saving. Act now. Crowdfunding available.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Wishing on a star. Hang on, I'm closing my eyes. I'm wishing. Shh, don't disturb me. You'll ruin my wish. Shh. Also, I can't tell you my wish, can I? Because if I tell you my wish, it won't come true. Or is that when you blow the candles out on your birthday cake? I don't know. I know you can't when you blow the candles out on your birthday cake, but can you if you've wished on a star?
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Debate going on in this weather. Should you have the windows open in the car or the aircon on? Greta Thunberg, ask her, she'll say don't even use the car. But if you had to use the car, she'd say have the windows open. Me, I would definitely go for the air conditioning all day long in this weather. Air conditioning on, windows up, tunes on. That'd be me.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
A friend of mine said to me earlier, this lockdown has changed me. So I sent back, really? And then she says back, I'll let you know when the pubs reopen.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Alicia Keys on Atom Radio at 5:45. Underdog. And everybody loves the underdog, don't they? Why was it a dog? Like, you know, when you think of expressions and that, where did underdog come from? Like, dogs don't normally go on top of each other, do they? Where did it come from? Underdog. Or it's raining. Cats and dogs. Where did that come from? Can somebody explain? I don't mind listening if you've got the time to explain. Or reading even on air at atomradio.co.uk. Where did the expression "it's raining cats and dogs" come from?
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Dead or alive, you spin me round like a record. For those that don't know, records used to go on and you put the needle on them and you'd set it going at the right speed, either 33 1/3 or 45 RPM, and music would come out. That's how we used to listen to music. Indeed, if you've been around radio a long time, like everything now is computerized, you used to have to queue up records. You actually had to queue them up, so you'd like wind it round, you'd hear the start, wind it back a little bit, and then you knew you were good to go when the time come with the start button. You had all of your jingles, your sweepers and all that. They were all on little cartridges, and that was it. Nowadays, all some people do is press go. Others, they actually learn how it properly works, but some people just press go. Brilliant radio.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Kirsty emails and says, I am loving this weather. I am listening to you right now from the garden in my hot tub. You see that's probably not so bad, Kirsty. I'd imagine you've got some form of shade as well. But if you are actually like working, then it's a problem. If you have to go out and about and do stuff, then it's a problem. Like, you know, we're never ever going to solve this debate. We're never ever all going to agree on whether 33 degrees is too hot or not.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
A man picked up his brand new Lamborghini, took it out for a spin on the M1 motorway, and he'd been driving it for 20 minutes when it broke down with a mechanical failure. I'd be pretty peeved, I have to say, if I just spent all that money on a Lamborghini, £200,000, and it broke down after 20 minutes. This is where it gets worse, though. It broke down in lane 3 of the M1, and someone then rear-ended him. Nobody injured, other than the Lamborghini owner's wallet, I would imagine. Like, that is just bad luck, isn't it? Around 1 p.m. Yesterday, around Leeds. Ouch.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
16 to 4 on Thursday's drive time. I'm just thinking about that story. Genuine story off the Sky News website is all about, street workers. And by that, I don't mean people who do roadworks. But that's what the story is all about, right? And I'm thinking, what could you actually call them? You know, like adult-pleasing specialists? Happy ending consultant? How about that? There's a name that would work. Still don't know whether you'd be eligible for the government income replacement scheme, but a happy ending specialist.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
You know, I told you yesterday that the Daily Mail printed this unknown iPhone feature that everybody knows about, which is, you know, so 2017. Well, a tip has been shared. Whilst people are working from home, they may very well take to working outside in the sunshine. A tip has been shared that helps you see your screen. However high-tech your computer are, they're not really equipped to deal with bright sunlight. Same with mobile phones, by the way, and can become almost impossible to see properly outdoors. Instead of having to buy fancy screen protectors or gadgets, you can fix the problem just by keeping your laptop box, or in fact any cardboard box, and you put your laptop inside there and you can see the screen easily. I wouldn't imagine it's very easy to do. You have to be crouched over it, so it's not that handy, is it? But at least you can see the screen. I tell you what, I do notice that as well. I have a drone that I fly, and the app on the mobile phone is very, very difficult to see in bright sunlight. I'm not going to fix that with a cardboard box, though.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
This has been a fairly weird year, hasn't it, so far? Global health pandemics, lockdowns, heat waves. It's been a fairly funny year. Just speaking of the weather, by the way, how can the Met Office have been so wrong? Yellow warning in place for thunder for our area yesterday from 4. And I didn't see any thunder last night at all, nor hear any either, because you can't see thunder, you can only hear it. But what I was going to say about being weird, Lynx. Have you got the Lynx effect? Lynx have launched a new scented body spray and body wash. So we're basically talking about shower gel and deodorant, unless you're posh. This is where it gets weird, though. Like, everybody knows Lynx Africa, don't they? Lynx have joined forces to launch a new scented body wash and body spray. Who have they joined forces with? Marmite. Ew! Like, I can't stand Marmite. And I can't really see that anybody genuinely wants to smell like Marmite, do they? Psst. Oh, Marmite Fresh. Oh, horrible.
atomradio.co.uk.
Come on, seriously. Marmite Lynx. Like, I know Marmite are in trouble because they can't get hold of enough yeast, so they're in trouble. But producing a deodorant that smells of Marmite instead. I mean, who wants the smell of yeast? Ew. Horrible. Horrible. And what about that poor man with his car as well? His Lamborghini. £200,000 worth of Lamborghini. I would be so mad if it broke down within 20 minutes of buying it, let alone the fact that it was then rear-ended by a van that was following it as well and written off. I'd be so mad, genuinely. And I do hope, in all seriousness, that Lamborghini are going to do something about this, because otherwise, that's horribly, horribly unfair, because he's not going to get the full value, is he, off the insurance? Actually, maybe, being 20 minutes old, he'd probably just get a replacement vehicle. But then what's the order time on a Lamborghini? How long do you have to wait? Thank you for checking out this week's podcast. We will do another one for you next week. Episode 94 will be out next week. Enjoy the weather. I do believe that the weather is not going to be as good next week.
Playing the music you wanna hear.
Check out the show back on Monday on atomradio.co.uk, and don't forget you can subscribe on iTunes, on Spotify, and on Google as well. Keep yourself well.
Atom Radio.